Yesterday, I failed. I unfortunately did not hit the 75,000 subscriber goal, and that's okay. I had an absolute blast. We streamed yesterday, opening up Pokemon cards for 14 hours. We opened up over 2,500 packs. My studio is an absolute disaster. I've got orders all over the place that I need to pack up. Finished streaming late last night. It was probably around 11:30 Central Time when everything wrapped up. Then I prepped all the information for today's video, got a little bit of sleep, woke up this morning, went on my run, started thinking to myself, wow, is the fan clan absolutely amazing. You guys came out like crazy in support, and it means so much to me. And I have failed so many times in my life, and I'm going to continue to fail so many times in the future, and I can't wait for it. Every failure has all these different success stories that are wrapped inside that failure. I have failed in a card business before. I have failed at creating YouTube videos before. I have failed in my job. I have failed at school. I have failed in so many different ways. And every time when I look back and analyze, I always find all these different success stories, and just what you guys did for me yesterday, all the support, it was overwhelming. And I do want to say one more time, just thank you so much. We didn't hit the goal. We didn't hit 75,000 subscribers, but we did gain almost 1,000 subscribers yesterday alone, which is absolutely insane. And I cannot wait to open up that 70K mystery box and share with you guys the celebration. We're going to get there eventually. It's going to happen sooner than later. And because of you guys, this is all possible. So thank you so much for everything that you did for me yesterday. My back hurt, my fingers hurt, my shoulder hurt, and it was all worth it because you guys, just sitting there talking with you guys, was absolutely amazing. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. With that being said, I told you guys today we're going to talk about Evolving Skies a little bit. I want to talk about the Evolving Skies reprint that we just recently went through, what it did to single prices, if it impacted single prices. About 10 minutes ago, I got off the phone with my distributor, and all I can say is, holy buckets! You're going to want to come back for tomorrow's video. Originally, it was going to be on Celebration's sealed product. I'm going to push that to Sunday because tomorrow's video is going to blow your mind with everything that I have to share with you that is coming out. It's going to be absolutely nuts. So make sure you come back tomorrow. It's going to be absolutely crazy. I'm going to flip you guys around so you can look at the Evolving Skies market right now, and it is bewildering me what is happening with the Evolving Skies market based off of the fact that more product continues to get open and some of these singles just continue to refuse to drop in price. Now, be patient. It is extremely important to be patient. If there's anything we've learned in the last year and a half, it's that singles do come down in price. There is a floor. Don't overspend on singles. There is more. Evolving Skies is not even a year old yet. All right, it's going to stay in format for at least another year. It's going to be around for a while. There's going to be packs and collection boxes. There's going to be booster boxes that come out. We're going to keep you informed of reprints, restocks when they happen, but don't overspend on some of these cards. Some of these cards are very expensive. It's going to be tough for them to maintain the price. The best thing that you can do is just be aware of what's going on in the market so that way you can make the best decision with your collection spending dollars. Like don't put more money into this hobby than you can afford to lose, because it's important to enjoy the hobby, appreciate the artwork, have fun, play the game, enjoy yourself, and that's going to keep you in the hobby for a long time, and that's what's most important. We're going to start out looking at booster boxes here. We're just looking over data over the last month because the reprint hit a few weeks ago now, and a lot of prices came down early so that way people could pre-order booster boxes of Evolving Skies. So we saw a market price in the middle of July of $140, which was the lowest it's been pretty much since Evolving Skies came out, and then we had a giant reprint at the end of 2021. Booster boxes came down to about that $105 mark before shooting back up. This hit 140 below MSRP for the first time basically since then, and then kind of went up right away. Now that pre-orders and now that existing allocations, it was pretty small of a reprint, started driving up that price right away. So it did go back up to about $161 there at the end of July before dipping down a little bit, kind of leveling off right now. It's $157.54, which isn't too much over MSRP when you factor in shipping. $157.54, $150, somewhere around there. If you can find them for about $140 still, that's going to be a really good deal. However, like I said, we're going to talk tomorrow. This price might go down a little bit again, so be patient. That's really important. Umbreon VMAX is the first single that we're going to look at, this at one point in time a week ago was up to $326.77. Even more product being open. This card continues to go up, and that's just the excitement behind Evolving Skies and how great of a set Evolving Skies is. The artwork on this card is absolutely phenomenal. It is definitely a fan favorite. This card probably will go down in price a little bit, but it's going to rise back up. It's just a beautiful, beautiful card, and it is very, very in demand by a lot of different fans. It did drop to $305.30 in the middle of July before climbing back up. It's sitting at $320.96 right now, so just below its 1 month high of $326.77. But almost a 10% jump over the last couple weeks, which is absolutely insane. Then we've got the Rayquaza VMAX, which actually was going down, trending in the downward direction until about a week ago. Now it's kind of shot back up a little bit. It did hit 206.61 at the end of July, and then about a week later, over the last 10 days or so, it's jumped back up to 214.17, which is really close to its 1 month high of 214.78. So a lot of these prices we're kind of assuming you're going to hit a 1 month high about a month ago, because that's right before the reprint came, and then a couple weeks should hit. A couple weeks will pass and it'll slowly go down. Unfortunately, a couple weeks passed and then it started going back up again. Now that's not going to hold true for all of these singles, but some of these VMAXs, these secret rare VMAXs, that just goes to show you how difficult they are to pull. You're looking at one per case, and when there's this many of them in circulation, this many different options to pull, it's going to be difficult for a lot of these prices to kind of dip down until more and more hit the market. Next, we're going to look at the Sylveon VMAX, which actually was the third most expensive card, and it dropped now a little bit. It got replaced by the Glaceon VMAX, but right now it is sitting at $121.99. Its high point of $131.27. It hit at the beginning of July. This is more like what we expected. It's dropped down to $121.86 as its 1 month low, which is barely lower than what it is at right now at $121.99. Then we've got the Leafeon VMAX right here. It hit $116.43 in the middle of July. So really, as more product was being opened, the Leafeon VMAX went up a little bit. Now it's dropping back down. It's sitting at $113.41 right now, which is just barely above its 1 month high of $111.48. The Glaceon VMAX has gained a lot of steam over the last month, which is very interesting. It is a gorgeous card. All of these Evolution VMAX cards are absolutely stunning. But right now you're looking at $125.23 for a market price, which is its 1 month high. Like I said, it passed up both Leafeon and Sylveon as the third most expensive card in the set, kind of out of nowhere. $117.44 was its low point, which it hit right when that reprint kind of came out in the middle of July, and now it's spiked back up a little bit, jumping almost 10%. $125.23 is where it's currently sitting right now. Then we've got the Umbreon V, which was the most expensive regular V card alternate art, if that makes sense. However, it's been replaced. Dragonite has taken over as the most expensive alternate art that's not a secret rare. We'll get to that one in just a couple seconds here. But the Umbreon V has been steadily declining. It's such a good looking card. Hanging out there, looking over with the pincer in the background. Beautiful, beautiful. $85.89 is where it was at the beginning of July, and now it's coming down. It's dropped about 8%, sitting at $79.38 currently, which is just barely above its 1 month high of $79.18. If we look at the Rayquaza V alternate art, $78.45 was its high point, which it hit in the beginning of July, and then dropped like a rock pretty quick right when that reprint was coming out on July 15th. Then it went up a little bit, and now it's kind of headed back down in the downward direction, trending in the downward direction. $74.56 is where it's currently sitting. That's a 1 month low. Might see this continue to go down a little bit more. Dragonite V, like I said, went up a little bit, kind of replaced Umbreon as the most expensive regular alternate art. $81.03 is where it's currently sitting. It did have a little spike up to $82.62 before dropping back down, but it's been very consistent. As you can see, only a couple dollar difference here. So you're only looking at a minimal, maybe 3-4% drop from its 1 month high to its 1 month low. Its 1 month high, it hit a week ago. Its 1 month low, it hit a couple days before that. So it's been a very consistent performer, just a fan favorite. People are willing to spend $80 on this card because they love it so much. Sitting at $81.03 right now. We're going to talk about the ETB real quick here. There is going to be a massive ETB. I shouldn't say massive. There's going to be a large ETB reprint. I did finally get numbers in. I was told it's coming soon. There's not an exact date for it, but I would assume from what I've seen, from what I've heard, sometime at the end of August. We'll talk more about this tomorrow, but the size of it is going to be very similar to what we just saw for the Darkness Ablaze reprint, the Vivid Voltage reprint, and the Shining Fates reprint, where we got a ton of ETBs that kind of hit the shelves. So when you're looking at the market prices right now of $69.01, this did drop down, and I did see companies putting up pre-orders for around that MSRP pricing. This dropped down to $65 $65.35. That brought the market price down at the end of July before skyrocketing back up, where now it's sitting at $68. You're looking at a few weeks. I would assume these are going to hit retail stores. I would assume these are going to hit big box stores, but they definitely should hit your LGS based off of the numbers that I received. So I would definitely check with them to see how many they're getting, what they're planning on doing on pre-orders or pricing or anything like that. But if you're still looking at adding Evolving Skies ETBs to your collection, definitely now look around a little bit. They're going to be coming very, very soon, and it does look to be a very strong sized reprint or rerun or restock, whatever the case is, whatever you want to call it, for the Evolving Skies Elite Trainer box. Next, we're going to look at the Leafeon V alternate art sitting at $51.80. This is kind of different than the other ones because this is trending upwards. This is going in the upwards direction as more product is being opened. It's a beautiful card. 52.02 is its 1 month high, which it hit just a couple days ago. Currently sitting at 51.80. Its 1 month low, 49.10. So not a whole lot of movement over the last month as far as actual dollars go. It's only gone up a few percent, but definitely trending in the upward direction when you would expect it to go down as more product gets opened. Glaceon V is next. $50.47 was its high point, which it hit at the beginning of July, and then it dipped down when that reprint hit. And it went all the way down to 47.78, so about 7-8% there. Now it's sitting at 49.81, so trending back upwards a little bit. We'll see what happens as more product gets opened. Again, I expect this card to go down a little bit more as more product gets opened. We have this Evolving Skies ETB reprint. There's still packs. PokemonCenter.com just had a bunch of blisters that were available before selling out, so a lot of product continuing to get open. Espeon V, one of the cards that we pulled 2 of yesterday in the stream. It was super clutch. 54.10 is its 1 month high, which is basically sitting at right now. It hit a couple days ago. It's sitting at 53.98 currently. It hit its 1 month low of 49.24. About 10% it's gained over the past couple weeks. Middle of January or middle of July, right after that reprint hit, it dropped down to 49.24 before climbing back up. The Sylveon V, a card that's trending downwards. 54.47 was its 1 month high, which it hit at the beginning of July. Dropped down to 49.11, so about a 10% drop. It's kind of leveled off, sitting at $50 and a penny right now. Then we've got the Rayquaza VMAX Rainbow Rare. Very cool looking card. 37.88 is where it's sitting right now. That's a 1 month low for this card. 42.58 is its 1 month high. This is one of those that's trending in the downward direction as well as more product gets open. Same thing with the Umbreon VMAX Rainbow Rare right here. We've only got a few more left that we're really going to pay attention to right now. 31.08 is its 1 month low, which it actually hit right around the time of the reprint. Now it's kind of steadied, leveled off a little bit, sitting at 32.17 currently, but it's dropped over 10% over the last month. Its high point, $36.11. Then we've got this cool Noivern, the Batman alternate art. It looks really, really cool. 28.08 is where it's currently sitting. It did have its high point for 1 month hitting a couple weeks ago or a week ago or so. 29.28. Stayed fairly consistent, fairly level. 26.94 was its low point, which it hit right around the time of the reprint coming, and it's pretty much stayed the same since then before a little blip where it shot up over the past week or so. Then we've got the Secret Rare Darkness Energy, which has gone down for the most part. 19.13 was its high point, which it hit at the beginning of July. It dropped down to 16.55 both in the middle of July and then again during the last week of July, so right around the reprint right there. It's gone back up a little bit, sitting at 17.79 currently. Then I wanted to look at the full arts because the alternate arts are always going to take the show, but the full arts, the regular arts, the VMAXs, the Rainbow Rares, the Secret Rare Trainers, those cards are the ones that are going to feel the most effects of the reprint because they're not as in demand as these alternate art cards from this set. 23.46 was the high point at the beginning of July, and you can see it's dropped over 20% since then, sitting at 17.39 currently, which is a 1 month low. It probably will continue to trend in the downward direction as more people are opening packs looking for those alternate arts, and when they find, these Rainbow Rares and these full arts and the Secret Rare Trainers, they're like, well, I really want an alternate art, so I'll get rid of this, save up a little bit, try and buy some more packs, crack an alternate art, or maybe buy the singles. They're the ones that feel the most effects of these reprints as far as pricing goes. So I wanted to go over the Evolving Skies market to get a feel for how much the prices have been impacted. A lot of cards have been impacted going downward, but a lot of them have been kind of immune to this reprint because of the size of it. However, there is a good, strong possibility of more product coming, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. If you guys enjoy this type of content, please hit that like button down below. Leave a comment because it goes a long way for the algorithm. Thank you again for everything. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're closing in on that 75K. I can't wait to get there and do this really fun giveaway stream with you guys. It's going to be amazing. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate you so much. I will talk to you soon. Until then, peace.